Lore Boys here. Our mid-June episode, and y'all know what that is. You know what it is. You know what the Lore Boys do mid-June.
It's World Cup Lore Boys.
It is the soccer episode of the Lore Boys podcast. You know what gets announced in mid-June?
The new country. That's
yeah, the World Cup.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
16 contenders will enter. Only one will leave. It's a brand new country in the world.
Some would call that history, but I like to call it lore. What it actually is the Lore Boys at present still consistently annual E3 special. Now, of course,
2 in a row, baby.
2 in a row. Hey, that's annual, right?
Yeah.
What is like? What are you just like second birthday for your toddler? You're just like, yeah, all right. Like we'll celebrate
wait and see.
next time, right?
Back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they accidentally
Don't name them till they can walk.
Yeah, get crushed by a hay bale or something.
we won't name you till you can carry your own weight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If that was a good exactly jinx right there. If this is your first episode of the Lore Boys, traditionally, our parents raised us to be a podcast about video game, D&D, Magic the Gathering, nerd lore. So you might want to check out our other episodes if you're looking for content, because you're not going to find it here. But it's kind of like if you watch the Christmas episode of some other TV show.
Yeah.
It's not a show about Christmas, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, we don't do Christmas year round.
Yeah,
dummy.
sorry. Sorry, every week on ABC. It's not some other fucking Christmas show in August, you dumb son of a bitch.
I've been writing my scripts all wrong.
Yeah, like most of our episodes up until this point have been about Christmas, weirdly, but I mean...
That's
like,
just a weird coincidence.
yeah,
We're not a Christmas show.
Diablo's not about Santa?
well, I mean, yes, but not intentionally. Jesus Christ. No, it's the Lore Boys E3 28 Treen. 2018 extravaganza, where we have some hot takes, and we have some hot questions, and we have some hot boys that you can't see because it is an audio format, and you'll take my advice or my word for it.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm ugly, but I'm very warm.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. You know what's not? You know what?
Very temperature variant. True.
Yeah. You know what's
canon?
Yeah. You know what?
Variant.
You know what's not true?
What's that?
Most of the shit we were probably shown at E3 because video game companies are charlatans.
And E3 is a den of snakes.
It is the fucking the snake oil salesman of the West had no idea what evil that they wrought upon this earth.
Exactly.
Right?
It just feels phony. Like, it show a part of, like, what could be a movie trailer for a video game.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how about we, like, listen to The Paperboy for a book? You know?
Exactly.
It's like,
Extra,
Yeah,
read all about it.
They're like, oh, we got this great new thing. It's called Paperboys. They're going to deliver entire novels to your house. It's going to blow your mind. The Odyssey every week. And then you just get, like, the Sunday review. And you're like, well, okay. This is good. This is what I wanted.
It's fine,
It's not what you told me I was going to get.
Exactly.
Yeah, video games are the worst. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
This is a PSA, not a podcast. Yeah. So
the couple games out there that did do okay. And we'll get to it.
Yeah. There's a couple of things that maybe I got a little bit cranked about. No big deal. So the first press conference at the E3 press conference Citadel was EA, who we all love, right? EA have proven themselves to be trustworthy, capable of releasing functional software, good stories. They've never fired anybody.
No.
They've never hired somebody, ruined all their work, and then blamed them for it and fired them.
No. Not our EA.
Not my EA.
It stands for extra awesome, I believe.
Yeah.
EA.
We're all big EA fans here.
Huge EA fans.
Is that transfer gone through yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's good. Okay. Yeah, we're all big EA fans here. Big.
Well, the email showed up during the last episode we recorded, so I was happy that you weren't checking the phone.
Okay.
Lore Boys podcast. It's in the game.
Yeah.
Lore Boys podcast challenge everything.
Yeah. You know what?
That was EA's
all things considered, Lore Boys podcast. It's in the game is technically true because it is all the lore is there.
It's in the game.
Yeah.
The first trailer we got at the EA press conference was Battlefield 5.
Battlefield V. actually.
Yeah, pretty sure it's not how it's pronounced.
I think it's V.
All right, well, whatever.
I'm looking at my screen. It says V right there.
Battlefield is all in Latin letters, so the Roman numeral at the end makes sense. I'm saying 5.
I definitely have a
Like
thing
the
to say about
Sanskrit
that.
one.
Well, if you've got the most important take, why don't we start with Ethan in that case?
All right.
Yeah, we'll go in descending order. We'll go in ascending order.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like an okay Battlefield game. I haven't really enjoyed Battlefield since Battlefield 2. I know Bad Company is really good. I never got into it.
I mean, I never played it.
But Battlefield 2 was my fucking game back in the day. We didn't see much in the trailer. It's probably going to be a first-person shooter, if I had to guess.
Was it the hands on screen that gave it away?
It was just hands plus gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was some sort of interpretive art game where everybody is some sort of like you know the Eagles album art where they have like the eagle painted on the fist and then you listen to Hotel California shit. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, I think it will be a first-person shooter. I'm as excited about it as I've been for a Battlefield game since Battlefield 2. Not very.
So didn't that come out 14 years ago?
Oh, at least.
Yeah, not very.
I played it back on my Pentium 4. So.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. And that was considered the future.
Yeah.
I have a similar opinion. My main thing with Battlefield 5, their current trailer, which was dour and sad, their fucking trailers always give me chills. Always. Battlefield 1, which I've literally never seen played in person, only ever YouTube videos. For me, it's the way that DICE does plane noise.
That propeller engine.
And I'm just I love it.
Yeah.
And they're always really well cut. But it's different than the last one. So I know there's some controversy about historical accuracy or some shit with the other Battlefield trailer. The first one they released, where they did have a lady in it that had an amputee hook arm, that looked like some wacky bullshit. That looked like it was probably fun.
Yeah, what you might call fun.
What you might call fun, which is what we might be looking for in these video games, what we buy.
Yeah.
And the most recent one looks like a bunch of sad gray World War II bullshit covered with a bunch of muddy people.
Yeah.
Not
less fun.
I'm not, and also
I don't want history.
The fact it's like super different tones too. Like you've got the people who have all 4 of the people in that original trailer, including the Hook woman, had like blue paint on their eyes.
Yeah.
Like there's some kind of crazy troop. Like I thought it was like, are we doing Inglourious Bastards, the movie, the game, the ride at Universal Studios? Yeah. Or are we doing whatever the fuck this next trailer was, which is sad paratroopers die in war?
Nameless soldier, nameless GI 31 storms beach.
Yeah. And Jambo, I've heard you've got some hot takes on the Battlefield franchise.
I feel like even talking about it this much is a crime. Like I played 100 hours of Battlefield 1, had a great time. About 3 months after buying the game day one for $80, there was an $80 DLC. And that split the player base in half. They said,
"Oh no!" But EA promised that wouldn't happen again.
No.
I can't believe we're still sick.
Yeah, I stopped playing the game immediately. I saw the Battlefield 5 trailer. I was like, kind of interested because I kind of liked the first one at the beginning. I went to go click on it. I said, you know what? Even the 0.02 cents they're gonna make from my click, I don't want to give it to them.
Yeah.
And I did not watch the trailer. I will not watch the trailer. I will not buy a Battlefield game until it is made by not EA or published by not EA.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Comrade Jamie, holding firm and fast.
Firm, yeah.
No Marvel movies, no EA games. There we go.
No,
at some point, we're going to get a sponsor, and you're just going to be like, no money.
Yeah.
Podcast for comrades.
At some point, aliens are going to descend on Earth, and only Jamie is going to get to leave with them before they blow it up.
No.
They're going to be like, you're the one. You're the one who didn't fucking succumb to all this stupid bullshit. You've been chosen.
I'm telling you guys, if enough people would just be like, I won't click on it. You know, like, they would have to change their tactics, and they won't because enough people are gonna click on it. They're gonna buy the game.
You know who's going after EA right now? Not
Jamie,
to worry.
You bought Battlefield.
Fucking Belgium.
I bought Battlefield 1, and that's the last time I'll buy a game from them.
I haven't bought an EA game in a while.
For the record, I don't know if I prefaced this. We recorded an entire episode and drank the whole time. So the EA hot takes are twice as hot.
Exactly.
No, dude, I feel this way every single day. That has nothing to do with the drink. Talk to me about EA. I won't like it, but we'll do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Next, FIFA 19.
Peter, you just told me this wasn't a World Cup podcast.
Will exist.
Now you're telling me it is? My head's in a tizzy. Come on.
Yo, Shyamalan twist, baby.
Yeah.
The whole time. It was Bruce Willis was FIFA 19. Does anybody have opinions on football?
It's soccer.
They're gonna
football.
they're gonna make a lot of money because it's the
most
most popular sport, and they can just push another piece of shit.
It's the second most popular type of game.
Moving on, then.
Yeah.
If you like FIFA, sorry, you clicked on something called Lore Boys, and you were just like, this is their FIFA episode.
Maybe they'll talk about FIFA. I don't know.
Let's free up the yellow card.
Yeah, that's as much
The
as
first
you get.
yellow card was a gift from the World Eater.
It rose from the earth. Like the primitive man said it was 1,000 feet tall.
Old Earthbones Egray rose from the earth.
Next is actually something I've got strong feelings for.
Unravel 2.
Unravel 2. It's Unravel 2. Ethan?
I'd never played Unravel 1.
Okay.
I never watched any significant gameplay of Unravel 1. From watching the Unravel 2 trailer, it looks like good platforming.
Yep.
It looks a lot like Little Big Planet platforming.
A little bit.
Which I was a huge fan of Little Big Planet. They mentioned co-op, which I'm obviously pro. And yeah, it looks like a fine platformer.
Pro co-op. Love wins.
Yeah.
So I've bought Unravel in the last 6 months. The first one.
It's really good.
I enjoy it, but I have not been driven to finish it.
No?
It's been on my. I haven't deleted off my PlayStation because I'm like, oh, I'll get to it
One day.
But I just
it's like my Steam library.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Like, I've always had fun playing it. It's slow paced though, and like unless I'm about to fall asleep, I'm never really wanting to play it.
Yeah. It's my Zen game.
Yeah.
So like I remember finding out about Unravel, being really stoked for Unravel. And then when I finally got it on sale, I loved it. It's a Zen game. It's like a puzzle platformer that is just challenging enough to still feel like a video game and not like a walking simulator. It's great. I love it. And the fact that Unravel 2 was both announced and also released on the same day.
Yeah.
Like, you can go buy Unravel 2 now. Like, I won't.
That's,
Because buying things for full price is stupid.
Yeah.
I will buy it on sale. And I've committed to teaching my girlfriend how to use the mouse and keyboard in the co-op, because I have it. Well, because I have a
backup.
Well, I have a Steam Link, right? And the cool thing about the Steam Link is it will take inputs from controllers and keyboards at the same time, so I can use the keyboard and mouse, or she can use the keyboard and mouse on the computer, while the sound and the controller does input into the TV.
I have a Steam Link as well. I'll get one of you guys to help me set it up one of these days.
Okay. The two things you need to set up a Steam Link.
Steam Link.
You need an HDMI.
Okay.
And you need electricity.
I don't follow.
Right. Electricity is
yeah.
And then we into the credits.
You guys will finally get me to play Fallout New Vegas from start to finish if we get this thing set.
Once we get electricity into this apartment, Jamie, because you're all listening to this on the wax disc that we've spoken into to vibrate.
Yeah.
Right? Unravel 2, I'm fucking down, and it was announced and came out, and I have no reason to believe it's not going to be fun.
The way you described it
fantastic.
Was exactly what I wanted from, or exactly what I got from Little Big Planet. Yeah, and I love Little Big Planet 1, 2, and 3.
Chill fabric people.
Fun platforming. Good puzzles. No worries.
Yeah, Unravel 1 was gorgeous, and I loved the story. You just kind of like play through this photo album of this old lady's life. Yeah, and it was challenging enough where I failed a couple puzzles and died a couple times.
Yeah, definitely. It's sometimes tough.
It's not a not game, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, after this, we got Sea of Solitude, which is EA's next video game, I guess. It looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it looked really, really cool.
This is the one with the little anime girl who looks kind of like the demon from Death Note.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see any of this at all. Can you give me like a super brief description of it?
So, okay.
Go.
Can I start?
Yeah, please.
Looks really cool. Looks original. It's this girl. She's in a town, in a flooded town.
It's kind of like Venice, but the water rose just too high for people to live. Because there's buildings, but there's no sidewalks.
So it's called Sea of Solitude, and she's all alone in this town, except for these monsters. Just from seeing the trailer, it looks like it's a game about depression. and just like loneliness in general. And I thought it looked like a really cool. It has a lot of potential to be a really cool and imaginative way to tell the story of like what it is to be depressed and all these things. And she's basically just like she's facing her inner demon. So all the monsters seem to be a reflection of herself in some way.
They all look very much like her, but kind of a little bit twisted.
Yeah, and there's like one shot where she's in like a high school, presumably her high school, and there's like hands that are like reaching up as like her boat like goes past.
That's true. Yeah, the wake turns into hands.
Yeah, I thought it looked really cool. But like given like, we don't have much to go off of, I thought it looked like a really cool potentially game that might tell a really interesting story.
From not seeing it at all, sounds cool.
Yeah,
it looks phenomenal. It like I get sucked in by like hard art in games every once in a while. It's very interesting looking, very very smooth, very kind of strange 3D graphics. Like it's a weird rendering style. She's like a little she is like a very much kind of like probably a 13, 14-year-old girl sized character. Most of her body is covered in like dark black feathers. Most of the monsters look like much bigger, twisted versions of her with like dark black feathers. And
like glowing red eyes.
Exactly. You navigate around in like a little like 12-foot fiberglass boat in this like flooded Venetian town. It looks very cool.
Yeah.
Then they moved into what some may say the most predictable and greatest failure.
Are we talking about the Destiny color right
EA?
now?
We're talking about Iron Man v Destiny.
Yeah.
We're talking about Anthem. So I watched the press conference, and I gotta say, I love the woman who was hosting. Her name is Andrea Renee. For those of you who don't know, she was working for game trailers. She before they shut down, of course. She's got her own content on YouTube. She's always been just like this, like really upbeat, high energy person who just fucking loves talking about games. Like I love watching her speak. The Anthem press conference was her and 3 people from BioWare on stage speaking to what essentially, if you asked someone to listen to the audio, you would probably assume it was 4 people in an empty room.
Yeah,
because
with weird pauses, like they were gonna insert an audience sound,
like Half-Life dialogue, where like Alex waits for you to respond to the screen.
Yeah,
like,
if you're writing a speech, don't plan for your audience react. Don't wait.
You definitely plan for it, but don't. If you're reading a speech, don't like adapt.
It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever watched. Where they obviously, because Belgium and Hawaii are trying to fucking take down EA.
Yeah.
She's just like, so what about loot boxes, you fucking blood drinking devils? I mean EA, and they're just like, you can buy cosmetics, but you buy whatever you see. You don't actually open a loot box. And she's just like, I'm just happy to know that I can color my Iron Man suit pink. And then she's just like looks out at the audience, and it's
pause for effect,
dude.
Pause for effect.
It when I was live tweeting, I was like, it might as well have been presented to a room of blind monks. Nothing.
It was,
and honestly,
the whole EA conference was
to silence. And I am proud of the people in that audience to actually hold to some fucking principles for once in their goddamn lives.
Because it'd be hard to be in an audience and see someone go through that and like stick to your guns.
Yeah.
Like
So I was watching the Easy Allies do it, who are the remnants of game trailers who used to work with Andrea Renee, and when she was like Anthem, and it's just like ghostly silence. One of the guys at the table was just like, "Come on, audience, give her something."
Yeah. So I remember that clip. Yeah,
Anthem. It looks that whatever the fuck they showed us looked like
Destiny.
It looked. I don't know much about Destiny, but if Destiny is get in your robot suit, fly to a place, do a thing, and fly back, Anthem looks like boiled garbage.
You just described Destiny.
Yeah. Well, that looks like a bunch of fucking bullshit.
So my notes for it is literally, boy, does it ever look like Destiny. And it had 2 gratuitous lines from a Muse song. They will not control us.
Yeah,
and then it was like they had the gun on the beat, and I was like, oh, wow. Like, is that all that they put in?
Yeah, apparently. It doesn't look fun, and let's be real, like, when's the last time BioWare made something that was worth playing?
Mass Effect 3?
Yeah, that was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
So
nothing else comes to mind. So
no one in the audience liked Anthem, and I think artistically it looks like Titanfall with jets. It's really nothing about that game has appealed to me ever, and they did not sell it to me this year.
Titanfall looked a lot better.
I'd play it if it was free to play.
If it was
that's
Warframe,
fair.
right?
I would play it if it was if it were Warframe. Like I would play it for an hour if it was free to play, and then I would put it down and never touch it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I wouldn't spend $25 on platinum in Anthem.
No, yeah.
If it was free to play and like the e-commerce was actually fair, I would put a fair amount of hours into it. I can never count on EA.
No.
Make a fair e-commerce.
Yeah, they're gonna say no loot boxes, but the best hat or the hat that you like is gonna be like $38 or something fucking stupid, or it's gonna be like 2,400 plat, and you can only buy packs of blocks of like 2,500 plat, so you end up with like 100 worthless plat you can never spend, which is just money you burn.
Shiny plat bucks.
Yeah, exactly. So now we move into the second disappointment of the summer, Microsoft.
And they had some good stuff.
Well, they had Halo Infinite.
That's the first one we were talking about. Can I start?
Absolutely.
Because I have Halo holds a special place in my heart. It's the first, not the first game, but one of the first games that I got.
First game I had sex to.
Yeah, exactly. One of the first games I had sex with.
What's the sound the grunts make?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of the first games I had sex with, I guess you'd say, would be like Halo 2 and Halo 3. I got so fucking into those games. Like the only other one at the time would have been World of Warcraft, but
Ethan, I knew him at a time where he would actually meet up with a couple people and would try and practice competitively to see if they can get a Halo team going.
Were you guys doing
Halo
SWAT or
3.
regular mode?
We do SWAT.
Oh,
we did MLG SWAT.
Hell yeah! There you go.
Yeah. So I can still get excited about a Halo game, and like the trailer was boring as all fucking hell.
What?
It was like 30 seconds of showing a tent, and then showing a mountain, then showing that same ruined tent again.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, there's the Master Chief's helmet.
But it's old Master Chief, which I didn't really notice.
Yeah.
But it's like old art Master Chief.
Halo 1 helmet, Master Chief.
Is it a prequel? A sequel?
I think that seems most likely.
A mobile game?
We haven't covered Halo lore on the Lore Boys yet, but I think a prequel would make sense. A prequel would fit because there's a lot of Covenant Wars before the start of Halo 1, right?
Yeah.
The last time I remember playing a Halo game, though, is like there was like 7 Halos or something like that. I don't know how many there are, but they had to like destroy them all.
8?
There's 8. Yeah.
There's 8. So I thought it was going to be 8 games to destroy 8 Halos, but then like I feel like after Halo 3, it kind of took a different turn.
Halo 2, I think you blow up 2.
Do you?
Yeah.
Halo
3, you finished the last of them.
Halo
is that it?
No,
Yeah.
Halo 3, there's a new Halo being created to replace the one you destroyed in Halo 1, and then you fire it, but since it's incomplete, it destroys the Ark.
Yeah.
So you can't build more Halos.
Yeah.
And or fire them, I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get into it one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trailer was, like, I can get excited about a new Halo game. That trailer was boring as all hell.
Yeah.
They were like, here's a tent. Here's a warthog driving around. Here's
in the woods. And the graphics in that trailer were bad.
Yeah,
like
bad.
It looked...
The Master Chief's
really
helmet.
bad.
Yeah, Master Chief's helmet was like fucking blocky and shit. And I was like, ooh, for an E3 trailer too, where the graphics are always better.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like if you're gonna come out here on stage and lie to our faces about a franchise that has mattered to a lot of people for a long time, this was an objective failure.
Yeah,
because it looked way worse than your Halo 4 trailer that came out like fucking 2008.
Yeah, exactly.
Or some shit.
Guys, they just finally listen to people. They just tell the truth.
Yeah. Thank God.
They want realistic game trailers. They give us a realistic game trailer. Well, that looks like shit.
Well, what do you gamers want? Hello, fellow gamers. How do you do? Next trailer, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I'm going to take this one first. Please. Ori and the Blind Forest is fucking incredible.
Sick AF. And this trailer was very clearly all gameplay. She's got like a bow and a sword, and there's more movement options. And okay, so that game is deceptively cute, right? Like Ori and the Blind Forest, you play like a kitty cat, but it's a hard ass platformer.
Light. Oh Christ, that game within the first half hour will reach out of the screen, call you a cuck, and smack the controller out of your hand, and ask you if you really want to do this.
It's very like Super Meat Boy-esque.
Yeah, it's
in terms of difficulty platform.
Really fucking hard. Yeah, it's got a no death under 3 hours achievement, and the first time I played through that game, it took me 8 hours. I have no fucking idea how that's even possible. Yeah. That shit's hardcore. Will o' the Wisps, if you're the cute kitty cat made a light that you have to help out the baby owl, I'm super down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. It looks like they really tried to expand on like the fluidity of movement that was kind of like essential to the first game.
Yeah.
And it looks like they added like that midair dash and everything. It's just like
the best part about the first one was when your midair dash stops time, but for like a second and a half.
Yeah.
Because you can lock onto targets and bounce off of them, and then you turn into kind of like an arrow, right? But it only gives you a second to make a decision. So you have to kind of know where you're going next. Like, Ori and the Blind Forest is bang hardcore on Tabernacle.
Yeah.
Like, and the second one looks no different.
No, I never got a chance to play the first one. It was on sale recently, and I was gonna pick it up, but I missed it. But
top tier. That's
be
a gold medal Lore Boys
that was
recommendation.
My point too. I'm excited for Ori 2 because now I'll just buy Ori 1 a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I've wanted to play it forever.
Oh,
and
it's real good.
It really reminds me just from watching of Super Meat Boy, which I was a huge fan of.
Yeah,
and I did beat Super Meat Boy, so
I never did. That's hardcore.
That
game's fucking hard.
I didn't beat all the exits or anything like that because some of the bonus levels get fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
but I beat the main
robot.
Yeah, I beat the main 20 levels with the initial release or whatever.
Oh, cool.
And next we have
Sekiro.
Shadows Die Twice, the new FromSoft game.
I've seen so many memes. I've not watched the trailer. So far, yeah.
It's Dark Souls with jump.
It looks sick as fuck, though.
Yeah, it does look sick. I mean, I love the Dark Souls. I love the Souls games. And like I say, it's Dark Souls with jump.
Yeah. My thing is, I love Dark Souls, and then I love Neo, and then I love... so Dark Souls is its own kind of genre, sort of, like the Souls-like.
Yeah.
And then we had Neo, which was Samurai Souls.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese company making Western fantasy. Then it was a Japanese company making Japanese fantasy, to the point where I actually have no idea what happened in Neo. That is a foreign product.
Yeah.
Because not only is the majority of that fucking game in Japanese, it's based on Japanese history, so I have no idea who anybody
what the fuck's
is.
going on. Yeah.
Most of the bosses are real people.
Oh, look, it's Masamune. I don't know. I think he made a sword.
Yeah, because I played Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Right? So...
I did a lot of games, too, Masamune.
Yeah, exactly.
Final Fantasy, I think, comes up often.
I think I think Muramasa made a sword, and I think the sword was called Masamune.
Muramasa, the Demon Blade.
Yeah.
It's like a game
something
or whatever.
like that. Yeah, I don't know.
But Shadows Die Twice looks fucking sick. It does look like Dark Souls is Neo and Neo is Sekiro, but it looks fucking sweet. My favorite part of that trailer is when he's just like explaining the Pinocchio arm.
Yeah.
And then he just like whips an axe out of it, like crushes a dude. And then, so my favorite part is like the fucking sassiest one where he's got like the geisha umbrella shield that he like flicks out of it. Oh my god, it's so fucking, it looks so fucking cool. For me, I mean, I guarantee, so even Dark Souls 3, I purchased, refunded because the PC port was so garbage, and then bought on the summer sale. So I have probably, in legal terms, I have probably stolen money from FromSoft, but they deserved it because they're fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same thing with Shadows Die Twice if I have to, but that game is a almost guaranteed buy from Pedro over here. Yeah, it looks super rad. Yep.
I'll buy it if it's convenient. I'm not like super into the Soul series. I haven't played 1, 2, and 3. I loved Bloodborne. I played through Bloodborne like 2.5 times.
It looks much more like Bloodborne than Souls, and the fact that parry is a huge thing. One thing I really like from it is like you don't have a health meter, you have like a poise meter. So it's
really?
Like you can block a certain number of times, but when your block breaks, he just they get a finisher on you and you die.
Cool.
Same with your opponents. So it's not like like you get one hit, which is like more realistic, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just like your poise that is getting fucked up. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool too.
That's
Because you
super
kind of
fucking cool.
want to see what enemies will do on your poise meter.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They'll have like different like animations to kill you and stuff.
Like stamina's always been important in the Souls genre, and now it becomes like Souls and health
they
switch places.
They merge stamina and health.
That's
basically.
really
always been
fucking
important
neat.
in game and also just mentally.
Yeah.
When you're playing,
and in the bedroom.
Especially in the bedroom.
I can sleep.
Ethan
for
from
hours.
H3. Yeah.
Next, Captain Spirits.
Okay, I almost cried when I was watching this because this game is about my life. I wasn't a superhero, but I've been in a lot of imaginary things, and the fact that this game is basically a superhero game that takes place entirely in a little boy's imagination, from what I can tell, love it, and it's free when it comes out.
Oh, really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
That's a make or break for me.
The end of the trailer does announce that it's free, so basically what it is, from what I can tell in the trailer, little boy dresses up as a superhero and crawls into his treehouse. And
Dad's
then
an alcoholic.
It shifts. I don't know if he's an alcoholic, but his mom is dead.
His mom's dead. His dad's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
He wakes up and he's like, "Oh, you're drinking beer." And
his
dad's like, "Oh, I don't need to be lectured by my own son."
Well, funnily enough, I had the same thought. I was like, you don't need to judge me, video game trailer.
You're sitting there 9 a.m. watching the trailer.
Fuck you. Getting drunk during the Microsoft press conference. Sucking back tears of this like adorable trailer.
The little boy has his treehouse. Peter has his beer.
Yeah, exactly. I got my beer house.
Yeah.
The little boy's dad has his beer.
I'm super fucking down with this game. I'm gonna play it because the trailer he like puts a firecracker in a snowman, and then it cuts to like a superhero firing a laser beam through a monster, and then like the firecracker blows up the snowman's head. Yeah. Like the imagination of a little boy transitions really well into reality, and like I was a Lego person, and like.
Have you played Life is Strange?
No,
because it's in the same universe.
I know. Yeah. So like maybe he's actually magic.
When you're a Lego person,
funnily enough, I didn't play Life is Strange because my ex-girlfriend played it, and she was like, "It's shit," and I was like, "Okay." I guess
it's like one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. It's probably shit.
Tia hated
your
it.
ex-girlfriend.
Tia, if you're listening to this, which no, you're not. You said you didn't like Life is Strange, and that's why
you're entitled to not like whatever game you don't want to like.
Yeah,
I've never played Life is Strange. I don't know what it's about.
Can you send me a message to say why you didn't like Peter?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, like that's
Hit us up on
far
Twitter.
more difficult to understand. Yeah. Thank you, Jamie. Actually, I'm gonna give you a big old sloppy kiss after this is done.
Yes.
Wherever you want, get sick again.
Wherever you want on your beard, I'll give it to you. I'll just like plant it. Crackdown 3
is the next game.
Yeah, so it's not canceled, guys, despite rumors of it being canceled.
I thought it was already out.
It had the worst, most abrasive, irritating trailer I have ever seen in my life. If you want a video game to be Terry Crews's Old Spice commercials for probably 30 hours, because it's some sort of open world bullshit collectathon.
Well, it's Crackdown.
Yeah, why don't you fucking kill yourself instead? Because this looks like garbage.
I completely disagree. I think it looked like... I think they did what I think every sandbox game should do, which is completely jump the shark by the third game. I've played Just Cause 2, and I've played Just Cause 3, and in Just Cause 3, they completely jumped the shark, and what is the only Just Cause gifs you've ever seen in your life?
It's a rocket cow that kills a guy strapped to a motorbike.
Okay, that's what I fucking want from a sandbox game, and that is exactly what this trailer delivered to me. He was like, I have a car, and it can turn into a tank at will, and I can blow things up, and I can fucking jump and just fucking blow things up with just the power of my landing. Like, that is all I want from a sandbox game.
Maybe this marriage will never work, because we clearly have different opinions on things.
I have no questions on this game. I feel like I know what it's going to do out. But I have one question. What does Jump the Shark mean?
It's from Happy Days.
It's from Happy Days, yeah.
There was an episode, which is considered their best episode, where the fawns jumped a shark.
Literally?
He's like water
jumped
skiing.
Over it, or he used the shark to jump?
And it's to describe where like a TV show or anything gets to a point where they do one thing so over the top extreme but good that it's considered like the best thing, and then it's probably all downhill from there.
Oh, then you watch it. Okay, then you actually play the game, and
it's like great. after the show Happy Days, after Fonzie jumps a shark, what else can you do on the show?
Right.
But that's all I want from a sandbox game. Just give me every single one. Just throw fucking everything at me.
More sharks, more ramps,
more
water
ramps,
skis,
bigger water skis.
Yeah,
fucking give me it all, and I'm fine. For a sandbox game, I thought the Crackdown 3 trailer looked awesome. I wasn't crazy about Terry Crews' performance, but compared to some of the fucking voiceover at E3, some of it was so.
Wait, Terry Crews is actually in it?
Okay, I think he's the player character.
I think my guess, seeing the trailer, is it's a customizable player character.
Okay.
And you can just play yourself, like you can do a little character editor on the screen and just set it up as yourself. But it was like a Terry Crews with like a Terry Crews avatar. So it was a bald black guy with a goatee or whatever.
Yeah.
And Terry Crews was doing the voiceover for the trailer.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. I thought that was a metaphor Peter was saying, like just like it's gonna be random and like like memey, like really off the top.
Yeah,
no, Terry Crews is
you kids remember the Old Spice commercials is gonna be like that. No.
The trailer did ring like that, but seeing the actual content, I was like, this is all I want from a Crackdown game. I don't want fucking. If I step into a Crackdown game, I do not want fucking story.
The last one came out like 15 years ago. I understand. Yeah.
I don't care what the fuck the story is. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna blow some fuckers up. I'm gonna pull out a tank whenever it's fucking convenient for me, and I'm gonna have a good time. That's all I want from a sandbox game.
I have Just Cause 3. Have not been motivated to download it onto my PlayStation.
Which we'll touch on with Just Cause 4.
Yeah, we
Same
will.
thing. Yeah.
Spoilers for the Square Enix press conference.
Exactly.
Press conference, very sarcastic air quotes.
There's a very good game coming up
So
next.
the next one, a really huge personal deal for me.
Yeah.
Metro Exodus.
Yeah.
So I love the Metro games. Metro 2033 I got for free because at some point when I was living in Toronto, I remember this fucking day. Like I was depressed when I lived by myself in Toronto because I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, why'd I move to Toronto?
Don't move to Toronto.
Don't move to Toronto. I remember getting Metro 2033 for free. I downloaded it, I installed it, played through it. The game is Eurojank to the core. That is a Eastern European indie game.
It's not as bad as
I have it downloaded on my PC just in case my internet goes out. And I'll play
it's
really
good, but you got to get really used to it.
Yeah.
And all I wanted, because it's primarily a stealth game, because the combat's incredibly lethal, and you should play on Spartan mode, because that's where they take away your HUD and it turns you and your enemy into a glass cannon. Like it's ultra hard. So like one shot kills you, but one shot kills the enemy as well, which is like for me perfect.
Awesome. Yeah.
That is the penultimate hard difficulty, right?
This is the penultimate get good.
And then so I got that game for free, and I always appreciated that. And then the Redux came out, where they did a remaster, where they implemented. So Metro Last Light is the sequel. It's good. It's not as good. It gets a little weird in the middle and in the end. It kind of whatever. It's not perfect, but it's still worth playing.
Yeah.
They took the mechanics from Metro Last Light and they put them into 2033. So Metro 2033 Redux is objectively the best version of Metro 2033. Like, it's incredible. They added stealth takedowns, so now when your knife hits a guy in the ammo, it doesn't just bounce off.
Yeah.
Because that is a thing that happens in Metro, which they even did at E3. In their E3 demo, they were just like, yeah, if you throw a knife and it hits a guy in the ammo, it'll just ricochet.
When you say it hits in the ammo, what is in the
He's
ammo?
got a clip
like,
on his chest.
because you loot ammo off your guy.
Okay.
When you kill a guy, you loot the ammo off his body. But if you hit the ammo clip with like a throwing knife, which in a traditional stealth game would be an instant kill, because stealth is always an instant kill no matter what, right? In the first Metro, in Metro Last Light, and in Metro Exodus, if you throw a knife at a guy and it hits an ammo clip, it just bounces off and he finds out where you are.
Yeah.
Like, the shit's hardcore. And I'm really glad that's still it. I'm very concerned about the survival crafting, because I fucking hate that.
It makes sense.
It does make sense.
because
but I just
they're
hope it's
above ground
manageable.
now.
Yes.
They're not in the Metro
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah, I think I'm really excited about it. I love Last Light. I love 2033.
I am
and
so fucking down.
it looks really cool. And you're taking on a cult, and I'm really down.
Yep, that's it.
And there's giant catfish that'll eat your boat.
Oh, hell yeah, there are. Yeah. There was giant shrimps in the last one. Jesus. The Metro series is incredible. It's a
very, very good.
very, very Eastern European game based on very Eastern European books.
You might even say straight up Russian.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Well, the author is Ukrainian, as far as I know. So yeah, Russia is portrayed fairly imbalanced.
Yeah.
Next we had Forza Horizon 4, which is a game about cars.
Did they go fast in it?
No.
Hey, is Forza?
This is a slow one.
Oh, it's just like a driving school?
Like driving
Yeah,
a Daisy?
my mom's
Forza
in
driving
it.
a Daisy?
My mom's a driving instructor. She's in Forza 4.
Does she have a horrible accent?
No, my mom's from California.
Oh, I've never met a driving instructor without a horrible accent.
No, yeah.
How many driving instructors have you met in your life?
2. And they both called them vehicles instead of vehicles.
That's a pity.
Wow.
My mom has told one of my colleagues found out that my mom is her driving instructor because we were on Facebook. She's like, "What's your sister look like?" It's like this. It's like, "What's your mom look like?" And she's like, "What's your mom's name?" I'm like, "This is my mom's name." She's like, "Your mom is my driving instructor."
Wow.
Like small world shit.
Forza is a car game with racing. We think it might be set in Pixar's car universe, but we can't be certain.
Lightning McQueen, some named player.
At present, unconfirmed if it's a licensed Pixar
Unconfirmed
project.
rumor, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get it buzzing.
Devil May Cry.
Boys.
Devil May Cry 5.
DMC 5.
Didn't even know that was a thing. That's cool.
Probably fun as fuck. Despite the controversy, I loved DMC, the edgy one with the dark-haired Dante.
Okay.
Like the reboot that came out a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. That's generally
thought,
considered to be very bad, Peter. You shouldn't say that.
You know what? I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the bad one.
The only DMC I've played is DMC 3, and I had a lot of fun.
Yep.
And this looks like a lot of fun. High octane hack and slash.
Robot arm.
Yeah.
His version of Q, that lady that's with him, looks exactly like the last girl I met on Tinder before I got into my relationship. And I was just like, maybe that's why I think this trailer looks good. Because I was just like, man, that girl's looking fine.
Remember her? Jump Force.
It's anime. It's Naruto versus Death Note versus Goku.
It was Naruto versus Frieza.
Versus Goku.
No, Goku. There was 3 good guys and 3 bad guys. There was the guy from One Piece.
Stretchy Man.
Yeah, there was Goku, and then there was Naruto, the good guys.
Yeah.
There was Frieza. There was an enemy from One Piece who fought Goku.
Okay.
And then I guess there was an enemy from Naruto who fought One Piece guy.
Yeah, and then the stinger was...
We know much about anime here.
Yeah, so...
If you like watching cartoons...
Chinese cartoons.
Oh, jeez. Japanimation.
Yeah, Japanimation. You'll like this game?
It looks like an anime fighting game for casuals.
Yeah, the stinger was the Death Note guy and his fuzzy friend.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
All right. Dying Light 2. Zombies are boring, but the parkour is cool. So I have no fucking idea why people are still making zombie apocalypse games.
Some people like them.
Fine.
Not me.
Not me.
But some people
I'm not
like
interested.
Them. The trailer kind of hinted at settlement management, which I know you hate, Peter.
I do.
But hey, maybe there's going to be settlement management.
Good.
Wait till I get to the Bethesda conference.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm going to jam my fist down my throat and I'm going to vomit out most of my organs.
For what it was, the trailer looked okay. For what Dying Light 1 was, the trailer looked okay. I felt the same about the trailer for Dying Light 2. It looked cool. They were like executing people for stealing food and stuff, so it seems to be very focused. Like The Last of Us, I don't think it's a zombie survival game. The Last of Us, I think it was a post-apocalypse, how do you deal with other survivors game? Because most of the enemies in the first Last of Us were
zombies
other humans.
have left. What's really left?
Exactly.
Sort of thing,
and I think Dying Light 2 was doing the same thing with like settlements struggling for food and stuff like that. But at the same time, at night, you have to parkour to get away from zombies. So if that's your thing, that's your thing.
Go for it. Yeah, I'm not super down.
Have fun.
Then
Battletoads will apparently exist again at some point.
What? I love I got my Sega Genesis at...
You were worried about not getting razzed about this, and here you are.
Because this is news to me now.
Yeah.
I played Battletoads. I got a Sega Genesis at age 5. It was my first console. And Battletoads is one that I rented over and over again. Because renting for $2 for the weekend was an option when I was a child.
At Blockbuster.
Yeah,
or like
exactly.
Super Club Videotron.
Yeah.
We were Video Zone.
Yeah. It was cheaper to rent the game and actually beat it than just to buy the game and own it. So, oh man, I loved that game. There
was no gameplay shown. It was just
a logo got hit by a sticky toad tongue.
Then some words on a screen.
Yeah.
They did one tongue-in-cheek moment where it said broad, non-specific feature declarations in all caps.
That's actually very good. That's
it was a good tongue-in-cheek moment, enough that I wrote it down. But yeah, there was nothing to the trailer. Who knows what it's going to be like?
Might exist one day.
If it's going to be good, if it's going to be shit, if it's going to exist one day, who knows?
Dude, it could be Duke Nukem Forever. I'm in.
Ooh,
well,
that's a bold statement.
I wouldn't call that a hot take. I would call that a bad take.
Yeah. Put that on a piece of corn. That's a T-shirt. Yeah,
Duke Nukem Forever was objectively bad.
I know, but the thing is that I liked Battletoads so much as a child. I need to buy it and see what it's all about.
Okay. Yeah. So you would have bought Duke Nukem Forever if it was skinned as Battletoads.
That's kind of what I said. Yeah. Thanks for reiterating.
Sorry, I was clarifying.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Translating, yeah. Next, we move on to Gears of War 5, which looks sad and self-serious and boring.
Gears of Drama, am I right?
Oh, Jesus.
I wrote that joke down.
Nice. I love Gears 1, and I really love Gears 2. Gears 3 is crap.
Gears 2 was best in the series, I think.
The devs changed, though. It used to be Epic, and now it is Microsoft?
So Microsoft has two different video game plantations where they have slaves that make one thing.
Yeah.
They have 343 Industries, which are named after a character from Halo, who are people who pick Halo in the Halo fields.
Okay.
And then they have the Coalition Studios, which are named after the Coalition of Ordered Governments, or the COG, from Gears of War, who are people who farm Gears of War games.
It was originally an Epic franchise.
It was.
They passed it off.
It was exactly.
Much like EA kills games companies, Microsoft lets game companies get to the point where they should die and doesn't kill them off.
No, exactly.
It continues to milk them.
They keep sending that old horse out to race until it finally breaks its fucking ankle and they have to put it down and turn it into dog food. Yeah. And Gears and Halo,
but they don't put it down.
Microsoft,
they're not dog food yet, but they're gonna be dog food soon.
Microsoft has enough horses in the race that it's worth it for them to maybe this one will win one.
Outside of the video game industry, because the Microsoft press conference this year simply reinforced this entire press conference. Basically, was don't buy an Xbox, and if you own one, throw it away. Because it was...
What was the next trailer at the Microsoft?
Although if we get to the Nintendo
conference, but that's not an exclusive. Okay,
it's not an exclusive.
Anyway, Gears of War, Gears of 5. You know what the big problem with Halo 4 was? The bad guy was the Covenant again.
Yeah, after everything.
You know what the big problem with the fucking Gears of 4 was it's not the Locust, it's not the Locust, it's not the Locust, #twist, it was the Locust, and now it's still the Locust, and they're playing off the fact that the Locust Queen was humanoid, and then apparently had a human daughter who was your grandma in fucking Gears 4,
yeah,
and now
StarCraft did it in 1998.
And now the girl, Kate, is probably one of the main characters. I'm betting on split narrative between JD and Kate. Yeah. And the Kate narrative is to find out that she's descended from the Locust Queen, who are still flesh-eating monsters for some reason, despite all of their human relatives being gorgeous women. Fuck it. The next trailer at the Microsoft conference, though, was some fucking
weird indie developer out of Slovakia or something.
It was a weird European indie developer. That's true. It's a little thing. It's set a little bit in the future. It's actually a year we've talked about before.
About 60 years.
Yeah.
In the future,
well, we've talked about the year 2077 before. Chie Pyong, which I think is how they pronounce it.
Chie
Punk.
I didn't watch the trailer, but it's Cyberpunk.
It's Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah. Okay, so trailer told us nothing, but
Project Red, Witcher people, they did this.
Full confidence. Everything that someone has played behind the scenes thus far, behind closed doors, there's a bunch of like people who got invited to E3 who were just like, yeah, we played it behind closed doors. It actually tore our souls out of our bodies, made love to our souls, and put them
back
fully satisfied back into our bodies. Like, it's apparently incredible.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great.
I like the trailer. Just watching the trailer.
Before you guys analyze the trailer, can you tell me what the trailer was? Because I didn't see
it. It's just setting.
It is 2 minutes of #cyberpunk brand stuff.
Yeah,
a bunch of weird cyborgs in a big, shitty, cluttered city.
So you know what steampunk. Cool. You know what steampunk is, right?
I do. Yeah. Cyberpunk was with more robots and less steam.
Well, it's like it's
more prostitutes.
It's not like this weird alt futuristic society that developed on steam power. It's like what they think are if steampunk had been our technology, and it developed to a point where it's all like hacking and like it just looks so very cool, where like everybody seems to have this punk motif to them, where it's like a lot of skulls and mohawks and stuff like that, but like obviously in the part of the city that they're living in, which is like they're living in the ghetto, but there's like there's the rich people in the city that they obviously envy.
Yeah,
but just the setting, it just got me, like just the flying cars and the whole thing. Just watching it got me really.
It looks really good. The music is amazing. The way the logo's put together, I remember like gave me a little bit of chills. It's just like banana, and it like kind of like cuts together.
Can we talk about the way that CD Projekt Red gave out like 120 Witcher 3 Game of the Year CD keys in the trailer?
Yeah, that's
like
true.
One of the hacking sequences was just like a page and a half of just CD keys.
They just gave away a bunch of Witcher 3.
If you plug them into Steam, you just got the game.
Them quick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
you know, like
well, there's another one that's like anti-DLC as well. There's another screen there.
There's one that's like Witcher 3 choose not greed, just good games or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I think the takeaway from this, like, everybody loved The Witcher 3. You're probably gonna love it.
Yeah,
and I think that's.
But it tells us nothing about the game. I still don't know. Like, is Cyberpunk a first-person shooter? Because there's a lot of guns.
These are all
it is an FPS.
It is
from behind, like backstage reports from other people. It is an FPS RPG, mostly RPG, but it's first person.
Yeah. Okay.
And shit is bang hardcore on Tabernacle. Like it's
trailer.
I'm in.
Trailer didn't tell us anything, and I was the one who was sitting there like, I'm not gonna get excited. I'm only watching this because Peter told me I have to watch this, and then I got really excited, and now I'm really excited. So.
Yeah, no, I've been stoked for like 5 years since they announced it, because that even original trailer that was all CG and not in engine. Yeah. In engine also still means fake, but still means shitty fake,
stupid bullshit,
because it looks worse than if you had just regular CGI.
Exactly.
Yeah, every time like I'm starting to save up money, like, you know, I should start thinking about buying a condo, and then E3 comes out, and I'm like, well, gotta put it on.
Exactly.
Another couple years.
Yeah. So, another couple of years, we move on to Bethesda.
Yeah,
they open with Andrew WK, which, you know what, I'm not confirmed I'm going to buy, but I think I would hang out with.
I probably would too.
Rage 2.
Is that the dude who did the whole thing?
Yeah.
I like him. He's
Andrew WK, yeah.
He's charismatic.
Yeah.
He read the room well.
He's a guy who's made a living off throwing parties, so...
Is that right?
Yeah.
Rage 2. I played the first Rage. It's bad.
That the game?
I played the first
is that the game or the party? Rage 2.
Both.
Rage as well.
Both is Ragers, dog. Yeah.
I played Rage 1. It was bad.
It's I wouldn't say bad. I would say bland. It is a perfect and sustained shade of off-white.
It was so boring.
It is.
It was boring Borderlands, and I found the Borderlands boring.
Borderlands is boring enough, and Rage is absolutely worse Borderlands. It is. Yeah, it's not good.
Drive across desert simulator.
But they know that, which I think is funny, because I saw a press release today on the way here when I was reading shit on Twitter where they were just like, Rage 1 was all the shades of brown.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, we fucked it up. Like, apparently, this trailer and the gameplay that they cut together looked fucking...
Looks really good.
Prime.
Looks really good.
The car combat looks great. The combat itself with the first-person guns looks amazing. You're clearly able to go into some sort of, like...
Rage mode.
Some sort of rage mode or some sort of drug mode.
Berserker Rage.
Where he, like... pulls in a fist and like blasts out this like whatever, this wave of blue particles that lift people up into the air for a second, and he just like juggles them with a shotgun, and I'm like, that's all fucking fantastic. It looks like Bulletstorm versus Mad Max versus Fallout, and I'm super down with Rage 2.
The first person shooter aspect of it reminded me a lot of Doom, obviously same developers.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that.
Yep.
Like, I'm all absolutely 100% on board.
I'm cool with it if it's like Doom where they charge only $40 instead of $80 on console for it.
Oh yeah,
I'll buy
Did they do that?
You went really?
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, on console, the objectively worst version of Doom, because that game's fast as fuck, right?
But when you say objectively,
why is that bad on console?
Yeah, if you play it on console,
because you shoot and you aim slow.
Yeah, but people play on console.
Play, dude. Honestly, yeah, people are not that
filthy
bad.
peasants.
Yeah, right.
I just want like
it's not multiplayer, like
PC interlude.
It's PvE.
Yeah, like. As somebody plays Fortnite on like a PC PS4 crossplay, there's a lot of people who are much better on console than the average player on PS4 or on on PC. But anyways, all the same. Doom is amazing on console. Don't even shit on Doom on console.
Yeah, I just wanted to be mean about PC stuff.
Yeah,
I think PvE on console is absolutely fine.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, Doom went on sale a lot, and I think that's a good thing. If Rage goes on sale a lot, that's fine. I'm not gonna buy a high octane, let's shoot a bunch of shit thing for $80 if I could buy Doom for $40.
I played Rage 1. Actually, during the recent Steam like spring cleaning event where you got like different awards.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Things, and one of them
Did you
was
get the badge?
One of them was I didn't get any of my badges, but one of them was play the first game you ever bought on Steam, and it was Rage 1. Was the first game I ever bought on Steam. Apparently,
Random fucking place to start.
Yeah, right.
Sure, yeah.
So I did not actually end up reinstalling it, but I have it on Steam. Because I think about it now, I'm like I don't want to play Rage 1. But when Rage 2 comes out, I will seriously consider buying it.
Absolutely.
It looks like a seriously fun game.
Yeah, it looks a lot of fun. I was just being facetious about the console thing anyway.
No.
Don't take it too... Not you two. You two know me. I'm
Peter,
talking about the men of the internet
Peter, I take it
who are going to come at me on Twitter at some point, right? Please come at me on Twitter, at Pete O'Donohue. I need followers. Next, we got... so, it told us nothing, but I was instantly stoked.
Yeah.
It's Doom 2.
It's
fucking Doom Eternal. And
looks good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anything, but the last one was good.
It's a cutscene.
Yeah, exactly. But like
stoked.
I saw the trailer analysis, and they always hide this shit. Like there are different demons.
Yeah, there were the weird walking, the 3-legged walking.
Yeah,
one.
exactly. And then if you realize as well, the super shotgun has like a bayonet on it now. So
does it? That I missed.
I got that one, and I was just like, yo. In before game theory, right? Like way in. Like MatPat ain't got shit on this.
Yeah, no.
Shotgun's got a bayonet on it. New glory kills, possibly unique to the weapon and location of the body, because the glory kills in Doom 1 or Doom 2016 were location of body specific.
Yeah.
So you like break off a leg, break off an arm, snap the neck, whatever. Maybe now you could get a location and weapon specific
weapon kill. That'd be cool.
Either way, like
I'd be down with just like 16 new levels of Doom 2016. I'd be down with that.
Oh, I would buy.
That's all that they would have to release, and I would absolutely buy it day one.
oh, absolutely. If they were just like, yo, we slightly improved the graphics for Doom 2016. It's $20. I'd just be like, done. I fuck it. It's so good. And then we move into so this, weirdly enough, from a moral standpoint, was my high point. Is when they started to support the old games. Prey Mooncrash.
Yeah.
They announced an expansion pack for like this hardcore single-player sci-fi RPG that they released, which, if you listen to our old episodes, which you should, was something that I talked about endlessly.
Yeah.
Prey is so fucking good. They also released free DLC the same night.
That they announced Prey Mooncrash?
Yes, because
cool.
they incorporated new modes into Prey. Mooncrash, I don't really know. Do you have to pay for it? Like, is it out? Like, I don't actually...
I have no idea, dude. I've never played Prey. Figured you would know more.
It's good. It's good.
All I have is that it said infinite replayability.
It is a FTL-inspired roguelite mode on the moon where it is nothing but randomly generated levels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds mediocre.
And then next in the support that Bethesda was giving to the games they've already released, which I absolutely adored, is something that I love that I will never play, and it is Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Why do you say you'll never play it?
Because PD's not into multiplayer, and while I love the idea of playing as BJ's young daughters in 80s Paris fighting Nazis, I'm not gonna play it.
I didn't realize it was like a multiplayer exclusive.
Yeah,
from watching the trailer. I've never played any Wolfenstein. I've never played a single Wolfenstein game.
So Youngblood is the twin daughter expansion.
Yeah.
Because Anya is pregnant in Wolfenstein 2, and she gives birth to twin girls who turn into perfect. And one, they're both women, so not Commander Keen. So we're gonna have to wait for the next one.
Are you saying
apparently.
a woman can't be a commander?
I'm saying Commander Keen is a boy.
It's specifically a boy.
Yeah.
All right, well that's fine.
Yeah, specifically. Jesus Christ, Jamie! Don't get up my ass about this. God damn it!
What do you mean? Is up my ass a homophobic comment?
Yes. Christian podcast. Yeah. I'm not gonna play it because it's co-op. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I personally wanted them to be designed as just two identical looking BJ Blazkowicz's with two unconvincing wigs on.
That would have been really good.
As his daughters.
Yeah. But they were like, oh, it's strong, independent women with their own backstories.
They're two slim, sexy ladies in slim, sexy power armor with guns, and they're going to kill Nazis.
And they're going to kill fucking Nazis.
It's probably going to be fucking fantastic.
I think it's going to be really good.
The Wolfenstein games are incredibly good. I have no doubt this is going to be fantastic, but like I'm not an online kind of guy. I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, I didn't realize from watching this trailer that it was.
This podcast is offline.
Yeah, exactly. It's analog.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of analog technology, Fallout 76.
A game we've never talked about.
This other online thing that I don't give a shit about.
Listen to our last 2 episodes of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll give it a play. It looks like a normal type of shooter that you can kind of group up in. Like it's like MMO elements to a shooter that I already enjoy.
I very much recall you being very excited, Jamie. Perhaps you'd like to have some emotion in that statement.
Sorry guys. Yeah. I don't want to go behind the scenes too much, but we've recorded like
we have
hours
talked
of podcast now. But I am excited about it.
We have talked about it.
And it's going to be fun. The thing is, like, I'm a little concerned about the way where you have like a level 40 boss, and you're going to need like 3 level 32 friends to help you get that level 40 boss, and you're going to have to kill it 10 times just to get your nuclear code to do it or whatever. Like, I can see.
So you think it's like more of like a Warframe grind opposed to like some other kind of thing?
I see it as like
any kind of grind, really.
I saw it honestly. The first take. I know this is not your favorite series, but a lot of people love it. Is Borderlands, and it's you team. You don't have to play alone. But you can play alone, and you can fight these things. It's harder, or you can team up with a bunch of people, and you get your loot faster.
Yeah.
And I see it that kind of way. But with the Fallout universe, which is kind of fun, I'm probably gonna enjoy it.
Just like the Fallout games and Elder Scrolls games, for that matter, scale like the enemies scale with your level.
Yeah.
So it should always feel more or less the same difficulty. But like as soon as you add like random mobs, which might be level 40, like. That's out the window. So I don't know where it's going to go with that. From the trailer that we got, obviously, like most E3 trailers, it tells us nothing.
No.
It was random shots of Virginia and...
It's a Bethesda trailer.
The vaults.
Yeah, which matters in a single-player game.
So, yeah. I will 100% play this game.
I will...
Who knows if I'll buy it.
98% not do that.
I will find someone... Oh, find someone who owns it, and I will try the game at their house.
I'm not big on multiplayer.
Sure.
We'll play it here.
Yeah,
we'll play with
Jamie.
You can play it here.
Yeah, exactly.
You can play it here. I'm sure that I'm going to have a good group. I'm going to have a solid group of 4 people who are going to play it. It's going to be fun. We're going to grind. We're going to make a big base. People are going to try and fuck up with their base, and we're going to mess them up.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm just going to keep playing Rust.
I have no doubt that it's going to be great. It's not for me. Yeah. I like fucking Fallout 4 wasn't for me. Like I've got particular taste here.
Same.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Blades is an Elder Scrolls game on your phone. Moving on.
Oh wait. The only thing that I think is cool about this is I have a VR headset, and my other friend Andrew,
that's true.
Has a VR headset, and we can competitively like grind on our phone and then fight each other in VR.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty goddamn cool.
That's a pretty fucking good idea.
Pretty goddamn cool.
And I think that, and you both can download it on your PCs for whatever.
Yeah.
And you can fight me in VR. So we can stream you two with your mouse and keyboard fucking me up with my goggles and controller.
And your paddles.
Okay, so for the record, the first sexual encounter that I had imagined after we started Lore Boys about a year and a half ago was fucking Jamie with goggles on.
Yeah.
And Bethesda's
delivered.
Big Daddy Pete Hines made that happen.
I honestly, I think it's really cool. I don't think my phone is going to be able to run it properly, but I love the idea that if it's affordable, I think if it's $30 or less, I'll buy it.
It's going to be tricky to play through Shattered Glass there, Jambo.
It's not going to cost $30.
I think it's free.
It's going to cost $3 at most. Like, it's a mobile game.
But it's also on...
There's going to be a lot of microtransactions.
It's on PC. It's on... When has Bethesda done...
when is Bethesda?
It's a mobile game. Is it produced by... Is it developed by Bethesda, or is it just produced by Bethesda?
I don't know who's developing it, but it's published by...
They highlighted the mobile, but they also said it is available on every single console, on PC, and VR.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to sell $3 on every single console?
I think
no, but I think on your
Bethesda
phone
has enough money that they let id restart Doom before they released it in 2016 3 times.
Now it's going to be a $25.99 type of purchase.
They had Keegan-Michael Key do a joke video about Skyrim on Alexa. Like Bethesda's got money to burn, man. and they're willing to spend it. Yeah.
All right, I think it's going to be more expensive than $3.
And then we move over here
but
to...
I don't think it's going to be more than 10.
The rumored, which you might only know if you're into the deep Bethesda shit like I was, Starfield is actually real and is announced and is in pre-production. It is their non-Fallout modern sci-fi RPG.
Yeah.
New IP always cool. And like Todd Howard said, Starfield is their first new IP in 25 years.
We know nothing. Looks cool. Great.
No,
which confused me because
looks cool. Not even. We know nothing, but good team basically.
Yeah,
like that's it.
That's what I mean by looks cool. I guess.
Yeah.
It's like I expect it to be cool because
that's the whole thing with the Bethesda, because like Bethesda is a publisher and a developer.
Yeah,
like we were just saying. And when they were like first new IP in 25 years, I was like, what the fuck is Prey? And then I realized like they didn't develop Prey.
No,
they only publish it. So this is the first developed product in developed IP in 25.
And after that, we got our other not anything. It was Elder Scrolls 6 and
listen to the other episode.
It's
22nd, the other episode coming out.
They have a new theme song
earlier this week.
They have they got a new cover of the Morrowind theme.
Yeah, exactly.
It was good.
Yeah, if you're the 25 people who listen to us in the 4 days from when things come out, listen to it. And
exactly.
most of you, the episode will be out.
Yeah.
So watch this.
We move on to Devolver Digital, who had a phenomenally funny skit. They announced Scum, which looks like some kind of
Hunger Games,
Prison Planet, Hunger Games game.
It was an open world Hunger Games game.
Yeah. I didn't give a shit.
Is that Battle Royale? What is a Hunger Games thing?
It's Battle Royale without the shrinking sphere, I guess. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
It's Battle Royale though. Yeah, was Hunger Games.
They're also doing the Metal Wolf Chaos remaster.
Which is a FromSoft game.
Where you play the President of the United States who pilots a Japanese Gundam to fight the Vice President, and the voice acting...
Of Korea?
No, of the United States.
You bust out, like the opening cutscene is like you bust out of the White House.
Welcome to the White House.
You just fucking jump out and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
That sounds stupid as fuck.
It's a game from like 2003 or 2004 originally. It's one of FromSoft's first games.
It is so stupid.
Yeah.
And the voice acting is so bad. And then their advertisement was new textures, high definition, widescreen, original voiceover, because that game has a lot of lines that sound exactly like Richard, Mr. President. It's
like an old school Capcom game, you know?
It is straight up pure fucking Japanese to English camp, and it is perfect, and I cannot wait.
The tagline was "Mech America Great Again."
I know.
Oh my god!
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Enough to get me on board.
I wrote that down. Their website is mechamericagreatagain.com. And I was like, okay, they've got it. And also, like, the whole thing. So, and then we had Square Enix, Just Cause 4, which we mentioned earlier. Probably fun.
Looks good.
Fine.
Can't wait for that random weather feature to murder my processors.
Yeah, goddamn. Thank God for that.
Hopefully combat is a bit better than Just Cause 3.
Yeah. A Quiet Man, which I think is a very good John Wayne movie set in Ireland, which you should watch, with Kathleen O'Hara in it. Otherwise, the trailer for this game is fucking garbage.
Did you notice how the graphics drop so drastically halfway through
when
the
it
trailer?
transitions from weird-looking deaf guy who is very clearly real to terrible fight scene that was probably shitty PS2 graphics?
Yeah. The one sentence I wrote down for this game was deaf guy beats up people who are trying to tell him he had the wrong address. Because like he shows up with like a bag of delivery and it's like these gangbangers and they're like, yo, you got the wrong address, homie. Like we didn't order anything here. And then he just points to his ears like he's deaf and then he just kills them. And then it's like, maybe he just had the wrong address. Like, what happened?
Fucking Christ. Oh my god. Yeah, anyway, it's a John Wayne movie, which you should probably watch with Kathleen O'Hara in it. It's good. The trailer was bad, and I don't care.
Is this based on the movie?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
No. It's just two things now with A Quiet Man as the title.
Okay.
Wikipedia's going to get a little bit confuzzled.
Okay.
We got a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, which had no environmental sound, only voice and music. So it was a bunch of weird shit happening on a blank soundstage.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts.
Elsa was like, oh, wait. And then, like, just mute silence as she shoots a crossbolt.
Yeah.
And then it hits the thing and it goes like, bling.
Yeah.
And then, like, it turns into a heart and just falls on the ground. Yeah.
It was phenomenal trash.
I heard Square Enix, like, I didn't watch it.
Well,
I heard, like, it's not even worth watching. There's nothing of substance.
That was a controversial thing. If I can be perfectly honest, I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 came out 9 years ago. I thought this was a game that released a long time ago. I know a lot of people are Kingdom Hearts series is very near and dear to them.
Kingdom Hearts 3 and Half-Life 3 are the same joke, by the way.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought it came out years ago. I thought the trilogy ended a long time ago.
So
they have
Kingdom Hearts is like Disney Sony crossover.
Disney
Square Enix
Final
crossover.
Fantasy crossover.
Yeah.
It's.
I'd love it way more if it was like Goofy and Kratos.
That would be good.
No, it's not that good.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Yuck, boy.
Oh, gosh. Dog.
Oh, boy.
Goof.
Yeah, goof.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, we could just make that single game. Goofy and God of War.
We'll do
and
it.
it would be
It'd
Dog
be Goof of War.
Dog of War, I thought.
Or Dog of War. Yeah, that's better, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch!
I will say Disney now owns the rights to Star Wars and Marvel, so
Yay.
maybe there's some cool characters in there.
Infinity
that weren't
Force
shown.
Awakens or some stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Infinity 4 Awakens.
Exactly.
Then we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I played the first new Tomb Raider
Same.
and thought it was totally good.
Yeah, I played the first new Tomb Raider. I thought it was totally good.
Yeah, and then the second one was a 95 gig download, and I decided no amount of money on earth can have me wait that long.
Nobody got the bandwidth for that.
you
Yeah,
said
I was like,
Battletoads, which is probably like half a gig download. You said Tomb Raider, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
oh my
it's
God.
gonna take me 15 hours to download it, and at best, it will be Uncharted 3 levels of good, which is an okay game.
I liked Uncharted. I don't.
I like Uncharted 2. I've said Uncharted 3 specifically because it's kind of the.
I liked it.
Uncharted 3 was great.
I've got some friends who love the Tomb Raider franchise. Lily, giving you a shout out. Shout out.
The new Tomb Raider was great. I thought
The first one was.
I was
good.
never a huge fan of the originals, but going into the reboot or the origin story, whatever you want to call it, I was
Whatever the fuck
super on
they
board.
want to call it, because
I thought it controlled super well.
Yeah,
I thought the stealth kills were awesome. It reminded me a lot of Far Cry 3
it's fun.
in the fact that, but I was a big fan of the Far Cry 1 and Far Cry 2 and Far Cry Predator, all the original Far Cries. And Far Cry 3 came out, and it kind of reinvigorated the series. And I played Tomb Raider, the reboot, and I was like, this is a good, fun game, and I will play all the games from here on out. And I never played Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I mean, they look fantastic, and they're apparently great. I just haven't gotten around to it. This is the next one for those who care. We move on to, speaking of Montreal, we are moving to Ubisoft, a game that's been in development for 20 years, and we still have essentially no gameplay. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Literally no gameplay.
They showed some alpha footage at the backstage behind a Frenchman who could barely speak English.
I am from Eidos, Montreal.
And then they outsourced some shit to Joseph Gordon-Levitt's company. Let's get real. Let's sit down, put our palms on our thighs here. They're fucking Beyond Good and Evil fans. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is never coming out. You're not going to play it. And you will die of old age before this game is finished. And if it finishes at some point, because they're outsourcing content to the fans, it will be sub Duke Nukem Forever levels of quality, because now they have officially hired DeviantArt as developers, and this game is dead. And it's been
Peter, where can I find your art?
on DeviantArt. It's
Omanahu.
Yeah,
On DeviantArt.
that's where we leave that.
I never played Beyond Good and Evil. I have no idea what Beyond Good and Evil is. I watched the Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer. I was like, this is like a fun, imaginative world that they've
Turns
built
out
here.
that is a sequel to a game that came out in 2001 or something stupid.
There you go.
That nobody ever bothered making a sequel to.
There you go.
Speaking of worthless games that have sequels, the Division 2.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Army men walk slow through a town.
Hammer meet the head of a nail.
Yep, exactly. The Division 1 is bad. I mean,
The Division 1 is mediocre.
It
And
is.
the Division 2 will probably be mediocre.
The Division.
Destiny.
The Division is
grinding, and you have a good group of friends to play with.
You can have a great time.
The Division is indescribable as it is so bland, it defies flavor.
That was my opinion of Destiny.
Yeah, well, exactly.
I got into Destiny for as long as they didn't start screwing you with paid DLCs and microtransactions.
Once that dick got hard, you got out, right? Where you were just like, I have to put this in my butt?
I had good fun with Destiny, man. Like I had a great time. PvP, I was like decent, and it was like felt like the grind like was progressive, and I felt like I was always getting better, but I won't pick another one up.
No.
You know, like it was.
Now we're talking about XCOM.
Speaking of crap, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, yeah. There was an expansion that they announced for the Mario v. Rabbids, Mario XCOM.
Sure.
Exists. Donkey Kong's there now.
Okay.
All right. And moving on to Skull and Bones, Pirate Destiny, which I really wanted to like, but literally could barely keep my eyes open while watching the trailer.
It's boring.
Looks real boring.
The rest of, Ubisoft had a bad show.
Did they do another Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll get into that.
It's
the Greek one. I've got some strong opinions about that shit. Don't
You
worry.
have opinions on Greece?
Yeah. I like... Okay, we'll get into it.
Transference came out, or was announced. I love Elijah Wood's post Lord of the Rings work, and this will probably be incredible. And the main launch of Transference is VR. So
I didn't know that.
This is going to be some big deal for us, definitely, because we have Jamie here with his PSVR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love it. I love the idea. I didn't actually see the full trailer because I got really busy at work. Anyway, and then we move on to The Crew 2, which is cars. Moving on to Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, there was Starlink too, though.
Oh, Starlink is Space Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, plug a toy into your Nintendo Switch and your spaceship.
Plug your amiibo into space, and
you know what? If maybe it's just because I'm 26. If this was Lego in the past, I would have been like,
that's it.
So into it.
They'll make mad money off kids.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they want.
But now we get to move into. Oh yeah, I'll mention The Crew 2 a second time just because it's cars.
Also cars.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't care.
So I, as someone who did not care about Assassin's Creed for a long time, I played one. I was like, cool. So I was like, okay, you're kind of doing the same thing. Then like the next one came out, I was like, okay, fuck this. I played Origins recently. Great game.
Yeah.
Great game.
One was amazing. 2 was fucking amazing.
2 is a masterpiece.
3 was shit.
Yep.
4 was pretty good.
Very good.
And then all the other ones like
Rogue's
Assassin's Creed
good.
Brotherhood, Rogue.
Origins.
A good friend of mine voiced the main character in Rogue.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because I looked him up on Facebook. I have like 9 mutual friends.
Steve Piovazan, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I
friend.
know him. I
Yeah.
climbed up in school with him.
Yeah.
We climbed on top of John Abbott. with him.
Oh, really? Yeah. Let's see, Jeff.
But actually, though, like the last one, Origins, was decently good. It played like The Witcher. It had upgradable parts that felt like Horizon Zero Dawn, where it didn't feel out of the way, but it always felt like you're progressing.
Yeah.
And the world was huge. I genuinely enjoyed Origins. And I don't like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I went in being like, fuck Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But it surprised me. And
Fuck these. You were like, fuck these bitches. But then you turned out, I'm a fuck these bitches.
I'm gonna keep my ear to the ground on Assassin's Creed or Odyssey.
So, the next one is Odyssey, and it is set in ancient Greece. And as we've mentioned multiple times, I'm a Greekman. And I know that our old statues that were stolen by the Nazis and also the British used to be bright colors. So that first shot where Cassandra gets off the boat onto the pier in whatever fucking town, the color like melted my soul. I was like, holy fuck, this is gorgeous. And she's walking around and basically does nothing, and I was like, holy fuck, this is the first time I've been into an Assassin's Creed. And then they start fighting, and I was like, wait a second, the video game looks like complete shit. I'm not going to play that.
Biggest map yet.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Right?
Yeah, right? They do that every year, though. Biggest map yet.
Yeah.
More empty space than ever before.
Exactly. Our guys with the grass tool on Photoshop worked for 17 hours a day. Like, I'm not gonna play it. It doesn't look fun.
I probably won't either. The only reason I played Origins is because a friend bought it and said you need to play it and lent it to me. And I did not pay money for it, but I beat it.
Just like Odyssey looks like some hype ass colors, and like if I lived with my mother, I would play it because it's Greek as fuck. But honestly, okay. So one thing she says Ella to her horse, which is really cool. Which is come. And her name is like Cassandra, and everyone have accents again because like the last Assassin's Creed game I played was Unity, set in France, where everyone sounds British. Where a French company made a game about France where everyone is British, and I was just like, okay, well,
the Québécois do not like the French.
Tabarnak, mon gars. But the Greek one, like they very clearly have like weird foreign accents, which is good. Yeah. What with my grandparents being very Greek. What with that funeral I went to this week?
Exactly,
Malaka.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But she says like Ella to her horse, and her name is Cassandra, and the way they say people's names is like Greek as shit. Also, the guy doing the narration is Elias Toufexis, who is a Greek actor from Montreal, who is also
that sounds like a disease.
Elias Toufexis,
but he's also the voice of Adam Jensen from the new Deus Ex games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's and he's the Mercedes guy or some.
They
shit.
did Tomb Raider as well, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they're doing Tomb Raider 3. Yeah, I have 2 friends who work at Eidos Montreal. Honestly, they do good work. And my girlfriend had an audition there.
There we go.
Yeah, for a game that I was like stoked as fuck for, and then when I found out what it was, I was just like, well, it's a good thing you didn't get the role, baby, because I wasn't gonna fucking.
We would have had that.
Wait, baby, you're the dad in Octodad?
Yeah.
Well, I think Peter would have been very down with that, as we all would have been.
Would you not fuck Octodad?
I would fuck Octodad in a goddamn
Don't you
heartbeat.
prejudge me?
Just close your eyes and imagine. What those tentacles could do.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you know what you can do with 4 limbs and a genital? And
a one genital.
Homie, I know what I can do.
Never referred to in the singular.
No,
genital.
Genital. Look at my genital.
We always say genitals because we're talking about most people.
Okay. Kids, can we finish E3 here?
Yeah. Sorry.
Really?
We gotta
really?
Sorry.
You know what didn't get it?
Everyone, calm your genitals.
Yeah,
calm your genitals.
Cool your jetstinols. All right, we're not talking about we're in the last press conference, the important one. Honestly, because I think they had the highest thing to do and had the second worst press conference. The worst press conference was without a doubt EA, but no one expected them to do well because nobody gives a fuck what they do. Sony was barely worse.
I would say Sony was better than EA.
Yeah, Square Enix is worse than Sony in my opinion.
Ubisoft was worse than Sony.
Okay, but there's a level of expectation.
Although I love the cringe. You guys know I love the cringe.
Yeah, you're mad.
And watching the Sony conference was the best cringe out of the whole.
It was
the whole
weird.
weekend.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
It was.
So they opened with what is. So here's the thing. I'm in that camp that I don't think The Last of Us is the best game ever made.
Well, you're wrong.
I think it's
Peter. You're objectively wrong.
I think it's fun.
Let me sit down and tell you.
And
you're objectively
wrong.
It's very good fun.
And
great story. It's got every element of the perfect game.
It made me cry, Peter.
I love. My favorite part of The Last of Us Part 2 is I love seeing video game characters age.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that I brought up in our Dishonored episodes, which if you guys are interested in, you can go download.
Mm-hmm.
In Dishonored, one of the playable characters is Emily. She grows up. She
from 1 to 2.
One of the player characters. I love seeing that. Ellie, not Emily, is, from what we can understand thus far, because we did have 2 playable characters in the OG Last of Us.
Yes.
From what we can currently understand,
she is
Ellie
the main player.
Is gonna be the main protagonist of this game.
As she should.
So how it worked in the first one was there was 4 seasons. You started in summer, then it went to fall, then it went to winter, then it went to spring.
That's weird. There's only 3 seasons in real life.
Yeah,
it is weird.
And we only have the one hotel.
Lousy smarch weather.
Yeah.
But in the 3rd season, winter, you played predominantly as Ellie. And that was the only season. So
I'm nursing Joel back to health.
Back to health.
Because he fell himself on a spike.
So in the original Last of Us 2 teaser, you do see Joel. He's obviously still around, and they talk about him in the E3 trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it'll be kind of the inverse, where he's an old man now, and maybe you only play as him for a short while, but you probably play as Ellie.
Or at the beginning, maybe he's the Sarah this time, where he gets fucking ghosted in the opening cutscene. Right?
That fucking trailer was amazing.
Yeah.
The animations
So
in that fucking and I know it's an E3 trailer.
that's what I was going to bring up. I was like, it's.
No, fuck you. They did gameplay, and it looks better than fucking anything.
They do
sure that's not real.
gameplay.
Yeah.
That's every E3, every goddamn year, and I'm falling for it again.
Look at this. It is 10 minutes of gameplay. I watched it all, and you go from sneaking into the forest, right?
Yeah.
And then you get into a fight, and it looks like a fucking cutscene. Like how good the fight scenes look. Next to, I think if anyone could do it, Sony can do it for their own.
Naughty Dog would be the ones to do it.
Yeah,
for sure. They did, if they did this, if it was the same engine and the same quality as the original Last of Us, not the remastered version, I will fucking buy it day one. I will buy a PS4 to play it.
Yeah,
I will buy everything I fucking need, and I'm fine with it. It looks amazing. I'm playing as Ellie. That's all I want. I'm in love with that game.
I don't think it's real, but
that trailer,
that whole thing,
amazing,
was so good. And I mentioned this earlier.
Buying day one. Yeah. I already say it. I don't care what it is. I'm buying it.
I love that. I love that like pseudo woke shit. And I mentioned this to guys before. I love that Naughty Dog is the wokest developer. Where they were just like, oh, everybody, you want some representation? Yeah. All right, we got some girls. Maybe they kiss each other. Dude. Maybe they're interested. Maybe they're just into each other. Yeah. Also, oh, what's that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and then the transition from her kissing her girlfriend to slitting a man's throat, and I was like, yeah. I was like, that's it. That's good.
Last of Us though. That was Last of Us because
we're talking about Last of Us.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean though. It's like that is so Last of Us. Like you think of the opening scene to Last of Us, right? You start off like, Dad, where are you? Where are you? Right? And you move on.
So cinematic,
I'm not going to spoil it, but something shocking fucking happens,
she's dead
right off the bat.
So cinematic. Yeah. But for me, in the E3 trailer for The Last of Us 2, it was when Ellie's under the truck, and
she shoots like a lady in the head.
And she shoots her in the head, and the way the body falls, it like her head kicks up, and then the body slumps forward. Yeah. And I was like, there's no fucking way this can be real, because that is too fucking amazing in animation. Yeah. It looks so fucking good. I am so that trailer was so fucking
I'm down. I'm down. Yeah. But I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation. I'm gonna watch James stream it on twitch.tv/theloreboys.
I will.
I played The Last of Us 1. I played The Last of Us 1 multiplayer for a long ass time.
Good.
When I lived with someone who owned a PS3, and I bought The Last of Us to play on his PS3, and I haven't played it since because I don't own a PS3.
I have remastered, dude. If you buy PS4, you have access to remastered.
But I played a lot of the multiplayer of The Last of Us 1. I thought it was great multiplayer.
Yeah, I just want to say, Naughty Dog has made good decisions all down the line. Remember when Crash 3, after Crash 2, they're like, hey,
you want a motorbike?
Make another Crash. And they're like, no, we're kind of done with Crash. Yeah. Let's just not do it. That's a big decision to make as a game company.
And I will say, I hate to spend so much time on one game, but The Last of Us 1 came out, and I finished The Last of Us 1, and I said I would be happy if they never made another Last of Us game, and I probably said I would be upset if they made another one, because the ending of the first game was so good.
Ethan has shown the intro to many people. I played The Last of Us the first time at his place.
And I'm excited about this. I'm excited they're moving to Ellie. I have trust. I have such trust in Naughty Dog right now. Yeah. And if they break it, I will be a broken person for the rest of my life. I will never trust again.
No, I think
Naughty Dog
fucks this up for me.
I think they're fine too.
I think they're totally
They've aged Ellie. Yeah. They're going to a good place where they're telling a new story with the same characters, and I'm okay with that.
I love seeing characters age, man. Yeah. It's fucking cool.
I'm playing God of War right now.
Dad of Boy.
Old man right now, dude. He's got rankles, and he's a fucking godman.
Exactly.
Then we move on to a very brief and wonderful joke. Destiny 2 has an expansion of some description. Who gives a fuck?
Is everyone okay if I vomit onto the microphone?
Yeah, you may. Yeah.
I bought the season pass for Destiny. For Destiny 2, I don't get to play this game.
You know what?
Fuck this.
You know what? The best part about this...
Great point.
Fuck this.
Yeah. You know what the best part about this expansion is? One, R.I.P. Bungie is dead. Long live Bungie.
Yeah.
This expansion, if you buy it, this is a PSA, not an ad, and not anything else. Forsaken requires the previous 2 DLCs to be installed, for the record. So if
Jesus
you're watching
Christ,
one of
man.
these people who says Bungie's back, Destiny 2 is saved, sure, those last 2 expansions were
Absolute garbage.
steamed garbage, you have to pay for and install them for your new hashtag Bungie is back blood transfusion to function.
They're entering EA territory for me, man. Like I'm really.
They are.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a low fucking bar.
I have the season pass for Destiny 2. I haven't touched the second expansion. I've barely touched the first expansion.
You barely touched the game.
Yeah, I got to the first expansion. I played a week of the first expansion. I said, I'm done with this game. Never touched the second expansion. I was just about to ask, can I just trade in the second expansion for this new expansion?
No,
But
you
now
better
you
not.
tell me that it's required to play that, and I'm just so done with it as a franchise.
I played 100 hours and I was like, I don't need to buy the season pass. Like, maybe if I like the game and keeps going.
Maybe
on.
I'll get to pick and choose the good content that suits me
Yeah.
as an individual person with
No.
money. No, you
No.
don't. Fuck you, Jamie.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the game, and I fucking was preaching it when people were hating it, and they gave me no
We
reason
did.
to fucking preach
Yeah,
We
it.
that's
did
it.
3 episodes about Destiny.
We did.
After one, I hated it, but I kept going. 'cause I
You're a
couldn't
fucking
live.
trooper, dog. Yeah. We're going to move on to something else, which I have a very odd opinion. Ghost of Tsushima.
That's sushi, right?
Looks man.
Looks cool. So this is one of the things I kind of noticed with a few of the games is that, you know how Ubisoft games are all pretty much the same no matter what the genre? Sony kind of has that problem is a lot of their games look like Last of Us mods, and the Ghost of Tsushima looks very much like a Last of Us samurai mod because it looks like The Last of Us, and it looks like the Uncharted 4, and it looks like God of War, and it looks like Last of Us 2, and now it looks like Japanese Last of Us because they have the same camera angle, minimal HUD, sad people walking in a straight line down a path and having a lot of conversations very slowly.
Yeah, I want to put a little something on that. I played Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4 in the last year. Loved all of them. I played God of War. I loved it. I saw the similarities. I loved it. I played Last of Us. I loved it. I don't think having similarities is a reason to hate it, but I didn't watch the trailer.
I didn't say I hated it. I'm just saying that, like, if we're gonna razz Ubisoft's balls for having towers, we're gonna razz Sony's balls for having low camera angles and sad people walking slowly,
I like their
right?
formula.
Like,
I like their formula.
But that's fine. Some people like the towers, but I'm just saying, sad people walking slowly is the Sony thing.
I'm just gonna take umbrage with you calling it the Last of Us thing because I think it goes way back. I think that's some
no. I said it's the last. I said it looks like a Last of Us mod.
But that's what I mean.
Where
Like,
you
that's
reskin the characters.
it looks like an updated a lot of early Capcom games on the.
It looks good.
The
Don't get me
PlayStation
wrong.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
It does look cool, and I think some of the glory kills look really cool. Like he
Fuck yeah, they
like
do.
that hit where he slashes through the guy's block and cuts his hand off.
Oh,
and
it's
then
so
the guy's
fucking
there,
cool.
like grabbing his hand.
Yeah.
And he falls to his knees and he just takes his sword and stabs it through his back and like twists the blade.
Casually?
Yeah, just like so. Like the guy's like falling and he's dying and he's bleeding out from his arm. He just casually like stabs his back, twists his blade.
Like I said,
I think that looked really cool.
I don't think it looks bad. I'm just gonna give a quick
razz on the Sony.
little consistency because like if I'm gonna bitch at one son of a bitch for doing the same thing multiple
Why
times,
not
like
Sony?
I hold everybody to the same standard, right? They're all video game developers, right?
Yeah, but look, okay, the difference between like climbing to a tower and that is your objective every time. Your objective in The Last of Us versus God of War is very different. It's the camera style and the world building and the way that it feels a little bit is the same, but at the same time, God of War and Uncharted, completely different pillars in my mind. Or
I think you just meant the trailers though.
Yeah, I'm more like the way they look is. They just have a style all to themselves.
Yeah.
Where,
like if you just saw a 30-second clip of either.
There's a style of both of them. I said it myself. Like if you watch the VODs of me streaming, I said, this feels like Uncharted.
Yeah, but like
it feels like Uncharted.
Well, that's the thing. Well, because you can take something.
God of War, by the
way. God of 4.
Yeah.
Because you can take something like that, and if you can recognize a trend in a developer, I think it's a good thing to call out just in case.
Yeah.
Because like obviously Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, in the Crew, where you still park at like watchtowers and shit. Like Ubisoft has their thing, and like Sony does make better products. But if they're gonna do the sad people walking slowly thing, like I'm not going to let that.
I'm not 100% sure what you mean by sad people walking slowly thing.
Well, you didn't see it. Watch the trailer. You probably know.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the games, all the other games that he's comparing to that I played, doesn't feel like sad people walking slowly simulators or whatever.
Just the trailers, though.
Okay. Yeah, you spend a lot of time, like at least like chunks.
Even in God of War, though,
a lot of time, like a lot of parts of God of War are just like walking and talking.
Yeah.
And like Kratos is not a happy person.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just cliche.
If you're saying like, but the trailer though, the gameplay's so different. So, let's not focus too much on the trailer.
Exactly. Yeah. Then we move on to Control, which for Sony was the thing that I got the biggest dick for. Control. So I played Quantum Break, which was Remedy's last game, which was an Xbox launch title, which is basically like dying of cancer. A lot of good ideas, a lot of good effects. The game is trash, just like the console.
Wait a minute.
I do not know how this is dying of cancer.
Minute. I like Quantum Break.
Quantum Break's not good.
I thought Quantum Break was okay.
Like, it's fine, I guess.
Did you like Fusion Frenzy?
We're talking about completely different things. Fusion Frenzy on the original Xbox?
We're just talking about original Xbox.
I'm talking about Quantum Break. I'm talking about the actor who plays Iceman, stops time barely, and gets to shoot a couple of science men. Yeah, no.
I haven't played in...
I'm talking
maybe 12 years, but
yeah, no, we're talking about completely different things because Quantum Break was an Xbox One, as in Xbone launch title from like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, what am I thinking?
What the fuck are you thinking about?
I don't know.
No, because I remember Fusion Frenzy and that shit was rad.
Yeah, sorry,
and is also still.
You
rad.
said Xbox One. I'm thinking of another Xbox original.
See, I was thinking title. You were thinking about Xbox the first,
other than Fusion Frenzy.
Yeah,
because I thought we were just talking about Xbox original launch titles.
No. Control looks really fucking cool, though.
Oh, yeah?
There's, like, some sort of government lady who is going up this giant, like, tower called the Oldest House, which is, like, a weird, spooky name that I love. And this is the one
I saw this trailer.
where she, like, manipulates the fucking environment and tears a wall out of the side of the thing to crush a bunch of dudes in a hallway, and then ends up fighting a guy who is, like, controlling, like, these big, jagged bits of concrete. And, like, Control looks fucking fantastic.
I remember thinking the same thing that I think with 99% of E3 trailers, where I'm like, well, if they can actually execute on this, it'll be pretty cool.
So Control is one of those things that I could argue for because the graphics in the trailer for Control look exactly like Quantum Break, which is already out, that I played and is trash. But given the time and not being a worthless Microsoft launch title, Control I have a lot of faith in.
How much do you think they upgrade the engine, though? If it's in the same engine...
They don't need to, man. Like, people already look real. It just looks fucking...
But that's going to be the controls. Are going to be dependent on the engine.
Yeah, anyway. Then we move on to... Anyway, I think Control looks awesome. Death Stranding.
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, yeah, Resi 2. Man. That's true. Sorry, I scrolled up too high.
Do we not do Nintendo?
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Okay, just so you know, little Nintendo context. Nintendo released Fortnite same day, right?
Yeah.
So like 45 minutes after we announced it. Sony is taking a lot of flack because Sony refuses to cross-play or progress share between Xbox and Switch, but they'll do it across mobile and PC.
Well, everything, fuck them.
Yeah, everything else you can share all of your progress. If you're playing Xbox, you're on your way to work, you can play on the Switch and you go on your way, right? Yeah. Sony's taking a lot of hit, and I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter about boycott Death Stranding until Fortnite is available crossplay PS4.
Poor Kojima.
So Death Stranding's not going to come out for like 30 years.
Boycott any other Sony exclusive, but why do you got to take Kojima like that? The guy just lost his job.
Yeah.
He lost his job for the past 25 years, and you're going to fucking boycott his game of all games?
But Resident Evil 2 remake...
But Fortnite, though.
Right?
Resident Evil 2 remake looks great.
A lot of people excited.
Really, really great.
Looks really good. Really good.
Hollis and Kat, who we're going to have on the cast soon, they're passionate about this remake. Yeah. They are excited.
My mom used to rent PlayStations at Blockbuster in Kuujjuaq and would play Resident Evil 1 and 2, so I'm very excited for this one.
One of the... my boss, it's like his favorite Resident Evil game, and it is one of the only Resident Evil games that I haven't played. So I would, if I owned a PS4, I'd be really excited about the remake because this would be a great opportunity to replay it.
Yeah, because the RE1 and then the RE0 games on like the GameCube and shit were very good.
I just keep hearing reasons for you to buy a PS4.
I played 1 and 0. Obviously 4, which was fucking amazing.
Really good.
I actually
best
played,
version on the GameCube. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I actually played more 5. I do feel like the controls were designed for the GameCube controller.
GameCube. I'm just saying.
I've said no one ever for any other game. But
GameCube controller was a great controller.
You think so?
Yeah.
They had a fat
might be
trigger.
My favorite controller of all time.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, but a lot of people didn't.
Man, might be my favorite controller of all
really
time.
Good. Really
but
good.
Maybe it's just because I played so much fucking Smash on it.
Yeah.
Maybe just so much melee.
I know what my favorite controller is, but I'm not going to bring it up here. GameCube is great, though. Yeah. RE2, anyway, consensus, looked good.
Very exciting.
So Death Stranding, controversial opinion, 3 years, what, I don't care. I didn't care last year, and I care even less at this point.
I've never cared about it, and I care even less, like you say.
Yep.
Fuck, it looks boring.
It looks...
Kojima, it's time to deliver, man.
Yeah, you know what? It looks like a bunch of walking. Apparently, you play... A lot of the memes now are like Amazon Prime, so I guess you play a delivery man, and sometimes spooky ghosts show up in the rain, and you
have a baby inside you?
And there's a weird lady that eats bugs.
Kojima, you know what? He could probably get a pretty good lead designer position at an indie game studio.
Yeah. He is now, and Death Stranding looks... either confusing or stupid or like a bunch of nonsense. But you can only tell me nothing for 3 years so long. So we're going to speed round now.
I feel stranded.
Feel stranded? All right, so we got Neo 2 got announced. No gameplay. Neo 1 I finished last week. Very good.
Very good.
And then
New Spider-Man looks really good.
It looks really fun. I am really upset at Sony for ending their press conference on a licensed product.
Fine.
They should have closed off the show with The Last of Us, or
they should have. But they chose to open with it, which I can kind of respect.
It was
all downhill from there.
As somebody who didn't watch it, don't really care how they ordered it. I'm excited about it.
The new Spider-Man.
Did you see?
Looks like a lot of fun.
Okay, I don't know if you brought it up. Stupid VR Jedi game where you fucking hit beats with
Beat
lasers.
Saber.
That looks cool.
That shit's super rad.
It looks cool as fuck for 30 minutes. As somebody who owns a VR headset,
as someone who's seen the future, I know how boring it is.
There's no way I'm gonna I'm going home.
It's Guitar Hero.
I'm gonna put my VR headset on so I can play Guitar Hero with lightsabers.
Have you ever liked Guitar Hero?
I like Guitar Hero.
Then you'd like that. It's the same thing.
But I know,
I also... Guitar Hero for VR.
I played 50 hours 100 hours of Skyrim in real life, in like normal Skyrim.
In real VR life.
And then when I played on VR, I only really played for streams. Like, there's an extra step to put that on and to do that. And I really don't think it's going to translate well to beat VR.
There's an extra step to plug in your Guitar Hero controller.
We played VR Super Hot with Ethan's dad, for Christ's sake, for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Like, wait, you'll see. It's honestly not going to be as big as everyone thinks it's going to be. I'm calling it now, and it's really like, people are going to be like, that was fun for 30 minutes.
That's how I feel about Guitar Hero.
Nostradamus.
I can't get into Guitar Hero, but I feel like the people who 100% Dragon Force on Guitar Hero, they're going to fucking love this game.
Of the 20,000 people who buy it, there's going to be 5% who continue to play.
Wow. I think you're vastly lowballing it, but...
No, I am. I am lowballing it on purpose, but I'm telling you...
20,000 in 20 minutes, baby.
I'm like, no, it's like honestly going to be...
That's all 1 million copies.
It's going to be like way worse than a lot of other VR games. I think
As a dev, they're fucking laughing. How much dev effort went into that game? I think they're going to sell 1 million copies?
It's the same fucking people who go to see every fucking Disney Star Wars movie day one that are going to fucking play this game.
Comrade Jamie's back!
Money.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. No, but like...
Why don't you just let them have their fun,
I understand.
Enjoy the game.
I understand where you're coming from, Ethan, but I do actually kind of lean towards Jambo's side here, where it's like, I'm pretty sure like some of the VR stuff that comes out is totally going to just be like Guitar Hero, but but in the future.
But that's it. But people love Guitar Hero. I agree too. But people love Guitar Hero. I don't love Guitar Hero.
It's less accessible. It's less accessible Guitar Hero.
Yeah, because you got to spend $500 on the guitar.
We're gonna fight about this in a second. We're gonna speed round here because did anybody watch anything from Nintendo? Because it wasn't available on YouTube.
I watched the Smash 5 trailer.
I didn't. Don't care about it.
How did it look?
Look good. Look like Smash 5. Ridley's in it.
They nerfed fucking Snake's ass, and
they nerfed Snake's ass.
Never buy a Switch.
They nerfed Snake's ass. Ridley's in it.
Yeah. I need
no Waluigi.
I need Snake butt cheeks to look like two perfectly steamed St. Viator bagels, and I'm going to bed right now. Yeah, exactly.
And there's no Waluigi, so
speed round. A Plague Tale looks terrifying. It's like a adult sister and her young brother, and they fend off a trillion flesh-eating rats with a torch. It looks very scary. Greedfall, which is something I've been into for a couple years. It's sort of based in colonial America with like the Europeans and the Native Americans kind of butting heads, but there's also magic, which looks really cool. And then Call of Cthulhu shit, who gives a fuck?
Fine.
A Call of Cthulhu, the tabletop game, is amazing.
And then the Strange Brigade, which again, 1920s movie.
It sounds like a shitty band name.
Strange Brigade? Yeah, it looks like a shitty band game. So, we made it. We did it.
Looks like we made
it.
I actually learned a bit. I learned a bit. I'm excited about Battletoads. I'm excited about...
You're not excited about Battletoads.
I'm legitimately like gonna go watch Battletoads, like non-gameplay trailer.
I actually believe it's gonna be a Duke Nukem Forever situation where they're just gonna release this hunking piece of garbage that should have been released 15 years ago, and they're like, remember Pawn Stars when that was a meme?
Yeah,
and then like. I feel like that's
like some sort of crippled software shit they've had on a hard drive somewhere in a dusty closet.
But maybe it'll be great, Jamie. I don't know.
Jamie, literally, for real.
Yeah.
I can see your nipples right now. But if I wanted a photo of your nipples on the internet, where could I find you?
James the Miller on Facebook. You can find me at JYMILLK64 on PSN. If you'd like to follow me on Twitch, I also stream with my two friends here. You can find me at twitch.tv/TheLoreBoys.
Only part of that true. We're not actually friends. We're all actors hired by the same agent.
No.
Find me at Ethan the Deadman.
At Pete O'Donohue on Twitter, twitch.tv/TheLoreBoys, loreboys.wordpress.com, at The Loreboys on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining our drunk and spicy E3 special.
And semi-coherent.
Semi-coherent E3 special. You know what? The press conferences themselves are only barely watchable, so I mean, if you could listen to this for 15, 20 minutes, big deal. We covered all the shit except Nintendo.
All that shit.
Donate to us, leave EA out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I want to say.
Our Loreboys Prime...
It's in the Loreboys pockets.
Exactly. Our Loreboys Prime subscription this time is just like, we will refund our EA games for you every time you subscribe.
Instant gratification.
Exactly. It's like, for every new Loreboys Prime subscriber, I'm going to take this one here.
I'm going to buy and refund a game.
Oh, yeah, exactly. For every Loreboys Prime subscriber, we will buy a game on Origin and then refund it 16 hours later, okay? Because we know that's 100% lost.
We will play an hour and 59 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And then refund it.
That's a Steam policy. EA arguably has a more garbage image, but better refund shit. Like, we'll just do it. We're just going to play your game for a half day, and then we're just going to refund it to you, and that's it. And that sweet charity, and thank you very much. That constitutes a Loreboys
E3
2018
2018
out.